we'll get started here. It's 9:30 right now. Okay, so Tuesday, no red folder news there. And gotta get set up here. Oh man, that trade worked out pretty good. It's too late for me, 3 a.m., but the trade call in the group there did pretty good last night, the gold trade call. So we'll put the NASDAQ on here. US30 is just taking off. So yeah, the markets are really bullish. Oh, look at this. NASDAQ came down. Okay. So let's get this going here. Sorry, I'm not late, but normally I have things set up by now. There. Okay, so let's do this 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Is this 1 a.m.? That's 3 a.m. 1 a.m. is here. There you go. So we're US30 is way above the Tokyo range there. Like from 9:30, it pretty much just took off. So we'll get set up here, and hopefully it comes down. You can see it's taking out this high here already. So it really shouldn't have a reason to keep on going up, but we'll see what happens there. The Nasdaq's on a downtrend. 7 p.m. Oh, what am I doing? Is this a 1-minute chart? Or wait. Yep. Okay. So 6 p.m. 7. So from there probably to here. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so they've separated today, as you can tell here. Remember yesterday they were the same, pretty much the same setup. Like when we had a trade in the Nasdaq, we also pretty much had a trade in US30, like at the start, and then they started to separate. Like they ranged pretty much most of the session yesterday. So today, US30 is way above Tokyo, and Nasdaq's within it, right there. Okay, so we can set this guy up now. Is like that. And this guy, got to wait another minute for this candle. Oh, wait a minute. Got to go the 1-minute chart. There you go. Yeah, wait another couple seconds. That one's open. So hopefully it just doesn't take off here and it comes down, kind of finds its feet, and then it picks a direction. Because these trades where it just takes off, it does happen, but it's like really freaking quick. So let's get this guy like that, I think. 31. This is the 30 candle right there. Okay. So that's that. And we will do this. Oh, I know what's missing. My music. Normally I have my music playing. There we go. That is really loud. Okay. So that's good. That's exactly what I want to see. So you guys can see here, it's crazy, eh? Like the 2 minutes, this one, US30, 2 minutes is when all the volume comes in. NASDAQ is like 15 minutes it takes for the volume to come in. Somebody's calling me on Facebook. It's not one of you guys, so I don't need to pick it up. There. And for you guys, if you ever have questions and you don't want to just come on and talk, you can ask in the chat. I've got notes here to check the chat like every 10 minutes or so. And then for sure, I'm going to check it at the end of the session as well. Okay, so it's doing kind of, didn't really have that good of a pullback here, but still, this is the model. So we would jump in there. Let's drop down to the 15 and we'll look. You can see this is the high here. So it's above all-time highs. So there's no target when it's like that. It's normally, if you're dealing with all-time highs, it's going to go for an even number. So it'll give you an even number. for your target. So it'd be something like, you know, uh, 25, or sorry, 52, 120 or something like kind of an even number, right? Okay, this is good. So it's kind of coming down. I want it to come down here and then go up, like maybe fill in a fair value gap. Like there's one right there. Okay, so this could be something for us to watch is right here. Like, does it come down here and then kind of find its feet and then break up? Or does it open below the fair value gap? And then if it does that, we know we're probably going to get a short out of it. And this could even be, if you want, like a very high risk early entry. Is the candle body open below this fair value gap? There, NASDAQ is bouncing off the bottom of that Tokyo range. This is the 15-minute chart for the NASDAQ. So trading in the NASDAQ, I would look more forward to that than the US30. If the US30 gives us a long, it's just because it is at the all-time highs. So there's no, as I was saying, there's not really a target for it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. It's starting to kind of turn around there. Do we have news on Wednesday? Yeah. Okay. So Wednesday tomorrow is going to be quite the day. Holy smokes. 2 p.m. 9, they're going to definitely use this 9:30, this Trump speaking. They'll use that, all the institutions, which is good because we're not trading at 9:30 normally. Like we're not in a trade, right? We're just setting up. So that's going to be good. And we'll see how it goes here. So this one's just hanging around. So, if we get a body open above here, boom, we can go long. If we come down and either bounce off this, like, looks like this, but the opposite down here, then we could have an early entry for a long because it'd probably break out. Or if we get a body, as I was saying, a body open below this line, then we could get an early entry for a short. And, likely if we get a body open here below this, we're going to go all the way down to here, likely, or to the top of it, like kind of like what the NASDAQ did. So we don't know yet. We just have to wait and patiently wait around and see. So I guess we could zoom in on this because there's nothing to the past if it gives us a long. But yeah, it's struggling here. Let's go to the 1 minute chart on the NASDAQ and see what is up with that. So what I'm trying to do now, guys, here I'll show you this because we don't really have a trade just yet. So I've got the market analysis here, and this is where I put all my trades in there for the, like, if we're getting a trade later in the day type thing, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever, I'll put it in here. And I'm trying to think of a way to let people know that I've posted. Like basically, if you download, there's a button here to download the app that gives you a QR code. That's what I need everyone to do, is to download that app, and then they'll get a notification right on their phone, and then it makes it easy, right? It'd be the same thing as you getting like a Facebook notification. There. The only problem is sometimes people come in to the school community and they'll join a whole bunch of these like free groups, and then they'll get like a ton of notification because in free groups there's a lot of members. So then my notification that actually, like, you click it, look at it, you make money from it pretty much, right? Because it's a trade setup. They don't see because they've got like 50 other notifications. So yeah, I got to think of something. That's uh, one thing that I wish they would kind of change is maybe have like a priorities notification so you can like select different sounds for your notifications or something. That'd be good. But yeah. Okay, this is not giving us anything yet. Just hanging around here. The NASDAQ, we have another 5 minutes to wait. So this is definitely the low there. And then we'll bring our line down here. I thought today would be a lot more exciting. Not like this. Like it made a move just with the open, the institutions getting in, and then we're going sideways. So there is like when you see this, guys, it means there's something that's going to happen. Uh, but it's kind of a waiting game, right? You can't just like if you buy and sell here, you're basically just gambling, and that's what this is. This is people just buying and selling, like the real retail traders. They're basically fighting. Like there's people selling here, buying here, selling here, buying here, and they're just gambling, right? So the institutions know that, and then the institutions throw the price in one direction, and then whoever's on the losing side loses. So we have to stay out. Like this is what I'm talking about. I know I say this every single day. The charts are telling you what to do, right? Like if you have too much going on your chart and you can't, your main focus isn't the candles, then you can't see stuff like this, right? Like you see people that have, it looks like Star Trek going into warp speed. Their chart looks like that, and it's like, how do you read the candles? You can't see anything, right? So it's just have some lines on your chart, maybe a couple indicators if you like to use indicators, and then have it clean, guys, and not like just this, you know, warp speed going on all over the place. Is it? It's Star. Is it Star Trek or Star Wars that has? I think they both have warp speed. I don't know. I forget. I should know. That's my age group, right? Star Wars, Star Trek, 80s. Okay, so like my gut right now is saying, Drew, just sell, just sell. It looks like it's going to turn down, but we can't do that. We got to wait. We know there's a fair value gap here. It's likely going to go for it. And if you ever have that feeling of like, oh, I'm going to miss out, here's a trade, and you've been waiting, like we've been waiting 12 minutes right now, guys, just drop your lot size to one and then just do the trade, right? It doesn't really matter. Like just drop it to one lot. Like one lot, things go against you, it's nothing. Things go in your direction, of course, it's nothing as well, but it's it'll get that feeling away. So if you did enter a trade here, a short, then this is your trade, right? A candle body open on the other side of this, you just get out of the trade. Right? So we didn't take this, but I'm just telling you guys, you know, what you need to do. If you have that feeling of I need to trade, because that's like the beginner intermediate thing is you feel when you're on the chart, you should just constantly be trading, right? And the way around that, if you just can't help yourself, is just trade on one lot because nothing really can go bad. Well, unless you let the trade go against you, but going through the course and especially that risk management course, like you shouldn't let trades go against you, right? If you're letting trades go against you and you're going in with one lot and then you're having like a $500 loss, like there's something else going on in your life that you need to like deal with, right? Like you have no control if that's the case that's happening because it's hard to lose $100 on one lot, right? You have to really let things go against you. So if you're blowing accounts on one lot, then I would take a break, really think about things, think about maybe what's going on in your life, like what's making you want to do that, just sitting losing trades. Okay, so this is coming down here. This is what we're waiting for, is to see what happens here. And then we can do some trading. This guy here looks like, look at this. Our 15-minute range is like exactly within the Tokyo range session. That's funny. So this will be a good trade, I think, is whatever direction it decides to take. Like if it breaks up, we'll probably get a nice long out of it. Hopefully it's not a liquidity sweep. Or if it decides to go down. I forget what the hourly looks like. So yeah, yeah. So it's the same as yesterday. Like if we get shorts, that'd be amazing, right? If we get some nice shorts. They could be saving this short for tomorrow with all the red folder news. Like that could be it. is, we're gonna have like a crashing market tomorrow. We'll see though if it just goes sideways today again. Hopefully it doesn't, because that is no fun. Okay, so if you did take a short here, which I didn't really call, but we just talked about, like, see now the chart's telling you to get out of that position, right? It's starting to go sideways, so it's telling you, hey, just get out, just sell. Like if we were to put a trend line on here, you can see that within the next candle, I don't think that was our trend line. I think it was like this. On the next candle, the body could open on the other side, right? So I think like something like that maybe is what we had on there. So it could open here, or who knows? Maybe it just drops down and we get a body open here. We don't know, but it's giving you signs to get out of the market. It should come down to this line. Like that's what it's going to want to do because it's got that fair value gap over here that we found. So there it is right there. There's your candle one, candle two is the big body, candle three, right? From wick to wick, candle one wick to candle three wick. That's the gap. Like it's easy to see if you put a box in there. So this is it right here. Okay. It's going to have, you can see guys, it's having resistance here. It gets into the box. It's going to want to go to the bottom of the box. So if it opens here with our Hintakiyashi candle, the Hintakiyashi candle body opens below, the odds of it going down is really freaking high. Okay. If it like comes down to here and then bounces off, and then we get a couple, neutral candles, then the odds are we're going to go back up. There's probably fair value gaps within here somewhere. Okay. So that would be our target if we get along. Everything off a fair value gap on the 1 minute chart is a high risk trade. Okay. The only A plus setup is like if you're, going long, you're above the VWAP. That's the VWAP. You're breaking the range of the highest liquidity. So that 2 minutes, high liquidity. Okay. So we might get a trade here. We'll see if we get a long position or not. I probably should have called this as a trade, but we're kind of waiting. We could have got one trade so far. So yeah, so trading's a waiting game, guys. That's where all the money's made. It's just being patient. Okay, so this is giving us something here. So let's just wait and see. You're on the 1 minute chart. Okay, you should have your chart set up like mine with the models that you get access to with the VIP. Okay, in the classroom. Like I teach you guys both these models in there. And we're going to get an entry here. If we get a body open above here, we'll get the entry. So this could be just the liquidity sweep right now. We got to wait and see. This guy's really trying. He's trying to go back up. Like, would you want to buy right here just because you have a neutral candle? No, because we know there's a fair value gap right here. So the odds of it coming down, like even if it goes sideways here, the odds of it having a wick down to here is really, really high. And if you're in, like say you're in with 8 lots on well, the US30. Okay, let's say you're in with 15 lots or 20 lots on a 50K account in US30. Like showing signs, the chart's showing you signs that it might go up from here, right? So if you're just to jump in here and you're on such a high lot size, even a wick coming down to here, it could be like a $500, your account could go minus $500, right? So you got to always play it safe. Like there's no point letting the trade go against you 500 if on the A plus setup trades, you know, like your stop loss is so close because it's the break of a trend line, right? So yeah, there's all those type of things that you need to think about in your trading. Like if you're trading with me during these sessions and our stop losses are so tight where we're maybe taking $150 of profit on like the average trade, and then we're taking $40 of loss on the average trade that loses, and then you go and you trade on your own and you're willing to take $500 of loss on a trade, but then you're still just trying to squeeze out whatever you can, like you're taking $50 of profit on the average trade, like it makes no sense. And that means your risk to reward is way off. So you need to like rethink about things. Like, why would I take $500 of loss when on the average trade, when I trade on my own, I'm taking $50 of profit? It makes no sense, right? It means like you're having bad entries, you're not following a model, you're letting things go against you, all that kind of stuff. And that's just things that, a beginner intermediate, they just have to learn over time is their risk management. And then once you have your risk management dialed in, you'll understand like that's how you make money. Like, sure, having a winning trade every now and then feels great. And you're like, I'm a champion, I'm so great. But then you have one losing trade and you lose your entire profits that you made, whatever, the previous day or something, right? Okay, so this guy here, I was watching it. It's kind of given an entry, but it actually opened below the line here. So I'm going to say just wait a bit, guys. I think overall our trend with the NASDAQ is up here. So we're going to probably get a bad entry there on this. So I am going to get in this trade here, but I'm going to wait, I think, one more candle just to see what happens, or if we get a bit of a pullback. So I'd like to see it actually break this trend line, come down a bit, and then we get our entry. But I'm going to go in here with, so you can see here now, it's might give us a better entry. So we didn't get our US30 trade first, which is interesting. And okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get in there. Okay. So I'm in this trade now, and we didn't get that great of an entry in it, but I think it should go up. I don't think this is just a liquidity sweep, right? We've got all this up here. Let's go. Let's find our targets. So we'll zoom in. This guy's really just playing with people. Like you can see what it's doing. It's just taking a sweet time. Okay. So we've got this up here. So we know we could sell there. And then we've got all this through here. These are all fair value gaps price is going to want to go to. So I would say that. I wouldn't try and go for that all the way up there. But we could pull back here, guys, and then go up. So I got in like a really little there. So we'll see. It could even come all the way down to the VWAP. We'll see here how it goes. Yeah, so it looks like it's coming down to VWAP. There's an obvious trend line here. Okay. So we will go back to these candles here. And let's put a trend line like this there. Okay, so a candle body open above here. This is like your entry that you want there. I got in with one lot, so I'm going to just like add to my trade. This is the actual trend line, I believe. If we get a body open over here, then I'll just get out of the trade and I'll get back in. Guys, it's going to go up likely, right? But don't like take my word for that. This guy here, this could be it. I don't want to take two trades at the same time, but we could just touch here and then like what we're waiting for, right? Is go back up. This trade is really late. Like it's almost 10 o'clock right now. So I'm going to get rid of this because we broke that. Okay, so as soon as I see a body open above here, then I'm going to add to my position. And with the target being that we're going to come up here, maybe I might sell 50% here, or who knows if it's going sideways, then maybe I sell 100%. I don't know. We'll see. But you can see it's kind of finding its feet. It really has no need to go down. I don't think they're going to crash the market until tomorrow. I think tomorrow's when they're going to crash it with that news. So we're pretty much at around where, oh no, now it's back below. But anyways, that's around where that one lot is for me. I wouldn't buy on the neutral candle, so we'll wait to see our next one. This guy here, if you want to take this trade, you could probably start getting into that one, but I'd wait for it to touch down here. Okay, here it comes, this guy. Okay. This is a high risk trade. This trade here is probably better, but we'll see. See what happens. If we get a body open below here, then we know this trade just don't even look at it anymore. Okay, this candle looks a lot better. So, okay, so I'm in there with more. Got a bad entry on that one. Anyways, it's back to my first entry. Okay, so I'm in here. I bought here, and then I bought around here. So it's in a itty bitty bit of profit there. Yeah, it's in like 40 bucks of profit. So we'll see how she goes. That's pretty good. So we're watching for this. You can get out 100% around here, or you can just, if you want, you can hang on and ride her up if that happens. Okay. So I got out there. I took like 100 something of profit. So I know a lot of you guys might be thinking, oh, why would you only take $100? That's not that much. The thing is I was in that trade for 4 minutes, guys. So think of it this way. I made $100 in 4 minutes. Okay. So you just like you have to think logical about things. Like if you make, say, $300 at your day job, which I think, I don't know how much people make at their day job, but I think that would be maybe the average or something for like an American person. Um, and then you made $100 in 4 minutes. Like you have to be realistic about things, right? And we know we're going to do like at least 4 to 6 trades today, and that was a good call of me getting out there because now it's pulled back here. So we could just go sideways here, and then we could break up. This guy here, it's telling us that maybe we might get a body open here, right? So this is why we have to wait. We have to be patient. So I can delete this here now because that's where's my delete thing. There it is. Okay, pop up. Okay, so this guy here, um, we have to wait. We have to wait for our entry again. You can see it's ranging now. Okay, it's just ranging, ranging. I know that it didn't exactly 100% hit this target, but it's close enough, right? You can't be too greedy. Okay, we had a entry around here. Well, I did, and then I had another entry. I think it was about here, and then we took the profit on this candle there. Right, this guy's coming down, touching the VWAP. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe he goes all the way down for this, and then he takes liquidity from this. A lot of people would have their stop losses for their longs here, and they're looking at these targets like us, except they entered here, but they're intraday trading, so they're just holding, right? They're these people here with their stop losses down there. A lot of them leave the chart, right? Which I don't think is a good idea. But with intraday trading, you're not going to sit in front of your chart for if your trade takes you 4 hours, right? For it to play out. So a lot of these guys, believe it or not, they'll enter here based upon whatever model they're trading. They'll get lucky basically and enter here or even here, and then they'll leave their stop loss below their candle or below a previous low, which there's nothing really over here, right? So maybe this is where their stop loss is. Institutions use something called a dominant footprint. They can see the order down there in the order book. Okay. So institutions, right? All the retail traders, they're buying, pushing the market up, pushing it up. Institutions here messing around with people. They understand all these guys that short long from back here, they want to sell up here because they're looking to the left, which we found all these fair value gaps. They're finding the same thing. Okay. So institutions know that. So they could bring price down to here, make all these guys that bought here take small profits, which then gets, the institutions into the market, all that kind of stuff. They could bring price down to here. These guys have moved their stop loss up to break even or small profits. That's another way the institutions get back in the market, right? Okay. So it's especially when you're trading indices, guys, you have to always be thinking, what are the big players doing? The hedge funds, institutions, like what are they thinking? Okay. They're thinking everybody wants price to go up here. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring price almost to there. They're going to mess around with everyone, throw price sideways, and then take price down to try and force these guys to sell. That gets them into the market, into their buys or whatever, and then they bring the price back up. Okay. Or even, they're getting like they'll institutions guys, they'll hold trades for a long time, right? So they could even be doing sells, like they're doing sells to bring the price down there, right? So yeah, it's really really tricky. So this guy here, we could get a quick scalp trade in here. So let's do a quick um, little buy here. Okay, so I'm gonna buy in there, and I'm gonna find my fair value gap, which it's almost touched. Okay, and then I'm doing a quick trade. So I'm taking my profits right now. So I did a quick little scalp trade in here, guys. As long as it's like, whatever, 10 seconds or a little over 10 seconds or whatever, then you're taking 100% profit on it. If it's under 10 seconds, you're taking 50% profits on it, is what the firm will give you, right? So you have to keep that in mind. So you can do little things like that. Is just boom, boom, in and out really quick. I did 5 lots on US30, and that little wee piddly trade there, guys, didn't make me a whole ton. But when you're trading on a live account and it makes you say $40, like that's something, right? Okay. So there's a little fair value gap here, and I got in around here. Boom, touch the fair value gap. I know it's gonna maybe go sideways here, so I get out really, really quick. There's another fair value gap up here, so this is where price is likely going. Right? So you can take little wee quick trades, and a lot of times when you take these little wee quick trades, sometimes it wicks. It'll like boom, it'll wick up, and you'll be like, holy crap, I just made like $300 within seconds. Like this is crazy. So sometimes you get lucky, or sometimes it's the opposite. It wicks against you, and yeah, then you'll lose your $300. But little quick trades are fun as well to do. Okay, so we've done. I like to count those little quick trades as trades because you are clicking buy and sell. So we've done. This is our second trade that we just did. The first one I didn't take, which I didn't even call, so I'm not going to mark it down, was we actually did a short. I think it was this right here, but I didn't take it and I was just talking about it. So I think some of you guys did take that because I was pointing it out. Okay, so remember this, guys, I said they might bring price down to here because these guys that bought here will panic if price comes down to here. And that's pretty much what it did. Look at that, came down there, and it still might come down even more. But yeah, overall, guys, I think we're going to be up here because I can't see. Like eventually, they're going to crash the market. And I really think this news here, all this red folder news, Trump speaking tomorrow, I think like tomorrow's the day for that. So yeah, I think today might be another day, guys, like yesterday, where it's just like we make $100, $200, whatever. But it's not very exciting because we have all these targets, but they barely get reached, right? So yeah, but I don't know how I see it. It's like even if you make $100, $200, whatever, it's still it's something, and it shows that this is all real. And I'm not just talking about like the videos and stuff and the lives, but like for you, like, oh wow, this is real. You can make money doing this. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get down here. This is where price is going for. I don't think there's any fair value gaps in here, but we kind of know what these institutions are thinking, right? So yeah, all these fair value gaps have been filled. So there's nothing there. And if we do get a short here and say they do crash the market today, which I highly doubt it, I think that what's going to happen here is we're either going to go up from where we are, because if we put a line across here, it's probably really close to the bottom of these guys. If we were to watch for here, this would be wicks on a Hintaki Ashi candle, which means there's not too much volume through it. Yeah, see, these are all wicks. Okay, so that's probably where they want to bring price, and then now they're going to put it back up. Okay, so you could take a high risk long from here. I'm going to save my third trade for a better trade, but yeah, you can take a long from here, guys, if you want. Let's look here. Yeah, like the fair val. Sorry, the uh, VWAP is a point of interest, so maybe get out a bit there. Yeah, there's no fair value gaps through here. This point right here is very strong, so you could sell 100%. at that green line, which is the top of Tokyo range as well. But I would just take profits now if you got in the trade. Like just do a little wee, 40, $50 profit, whatever. Like a little quick one, right? And with these little trades, you can't really trust the trend line because they're so quick, right? So you might only get those two candles and then the body opens on the other side. So yeah, VWAP is pretty much where it went to. And then I think what's going to happen here, I think we're just going to go sideways or we're going to come down here. Is their next kind of what they'd want to do. Okay. So we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, let's try and find a fair value gap through here. All right, so you see there's one right there. We still have this one above here though, that's going to want to go to. So it could go like this and then down to here. And then this is what I'm saying. It could be like yesterday. Remember yesterday, it was like both of them were creating this like wedge pattern where it was giving lower highs, but then higher lows and creating a wedge. And it's like we couldn't even trade. And we just sat there for like 30 minutes with no trade. So it could be doing that again, guys. These are the days, normally Mondays is like this, but these are the days where it's kind of just a patience game, waiting around. I am up like 100, about 130 or $40 right now. But still, that's not, for an hour of doing something, that's not that great. But I think that we will, yeah, I think we're going to have another like 3 to maybe four trades today because it's 10:07 right now. Just very slow, a lot of sideways. Okay, now they're pretty much, both just going sideways. So yeah, we're either going to go here or we're going to go here. So if you're to buy or sell right now, you're just gambling 100%. Same in the NASDAQ too. You'd be gambling. So if this candle body opens above here, then likely we're going to go up here. But I wouldn't trade based upon that, guys. This is really kind of sideways action. If we look at the 15-minute, you can see it's a neutral candle. Okay, so you want that next 15-minute candle to open either up here or down here, and then maybe that's the trend. But you can see that first 2 minutes of the liquidity all coming in is pretty huge compared to what it's doing right now. So that's why really you need a break of our first 2-minute candle. You need a break of that range really to pick a direction to trade. And lately it hasn't been giving us that. And that's why trading's been, our profits have not been crazy or anything. Like we're not seeing like $1,000 days or $700 days or anything like that. We're getting like, like yesterday, I think I did, well, yesterday I did around $200 because I took another trade that I posted in the group there. But at the end of the session yesterday, I think I was up like 160 or something, like not that great, right? But yeah, it's like this sometimes. You just gotta kind of have to wait around. Okay, this guy's almost to our line. This guy here is almost to our green line. So this is where something's gonna happen here. Is we could come back down when it gets to that green line. And then this one here, we gotta wait and see. If we get a body open above this green line, then you could go for a long trade, but then you'd have to watch for a liquidity sweep of this, which would hit our target, our first like take profit target there. But we did sell early here, right? So yeah, just waiting around. But I think the majority are thinking price is going to go up there. So yeah, everyone's just getting messed with right now. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart. Okay, so the 15-minute chart, once again, it's telling you not to trade. Things are neutral. Okay, that candle there. We need a body open above or a body open below to do this. And when I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, guys, and I'm saying we need a body open above or below, I'm talking about, like, for instance, the Hintakiashi candle, which that's what this is, right? These are the standard candles. These are Hintakiashi. Hintakiashi, even if it was price was to be right here and that 15-minute candle open, the body open would be down here because it's the average price, right? When I mean body open above here, I'm talking about the standard candle opening above, right? And that only really applies for the model, um, for the VIPs here, is because this range is so, like, it's huge because it's the highest liquidity of the day coming in. So that's a big, huge range, right? But yeah, the 15-minute chart, guys, it's going to tell you the trend for your scalp trading, right? Like right now we're going sideways again here, likely with our next 15-minute candle. We got 4 more minutes on this one. So our next one, it could look like this, and that would pretty much be our entire trading session. So that's what I'm saying. Today is probably going to end up like yesterday. We'll get our trades, but they're not like bangers or anything. Like sometimes we're sitting here and we have a trade that's like $400 a profit or $500 a profit in one trade, right? So yeah, just kind of you got to play it safe. You got to wait for the trade setup to present itself to you, and then you get in. So this guy here just didn't hit our line yet. This guy here didn't hit our line yet. So once again, it's just telling us not to trade. It's just messing around. It's not really giving us anything. I'd really like this to hit this line and then show signs of weakness. Because I think today, I think will be like it'd be good to buy around here and then to sell around here, right? Because these are even with this 2 minute US30, the range is huge here, right? Okay. Wait a minute. Did I set this up properly? 930, 1, 2. Yeah, I did. Man, it's so big. It's massive. I doubted myself there a second. Yeah, see, that's 930, 931, 932. That's the top wick. That's crazy how big that is. And then over this time, it took like an hour, or no, not an hour, like 40 minutes for it to come down as much as it did in 2 minutes here. It's crazy. Okay, so we're almost touching the black line there, which we've been waiting for. I'll check the chat. We've got some stuff here. Why is it? It's Star Trek. Oh, Lightspeed. Yeah, Star Trek. Star Wars. Okay. Oh, we've got more chat up here. Why I have different values? Because you're looking at, I'm on here, guys. I'm looking at US30 and the NAS100 chart. In the course, you're looking at, for US30, you're looking at, like, I'm trading on MYM. Okay. And then for the NASDAQ, you're trading on MNQ 1, right? Okay. So I chart on these charts just because, like, they present better. The wicks, I like the wicks better. I like where the VWAP is better and all that. But we trade on micro contracts. Okay. So it's the same. Like the candles will look the same on the chart. It's just these are better to chart on. So this is what I chart on. You don't have to chart on these if you don't want to, but personally for myself, that's what I chart on. But yeah, uh, prices, guys, you don't even look at the price when you're trading, right? Like I know a lot of traders say, "Oh, buy at blah 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 blah, sell at blah 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 price," but that's like you're gambling. Like those are called trade calls, and it's like a scam, right? So that's like gambling. If people are just telling you where to buy, like based upon price and not based upon price action, right? Price action, like you're trading based upon price action, which is the candlesticks. You're not trading on like what is the price on the chart. You're trading on what is the candles telling you to do, right? Like if I was to just look at price and then something like this happens, how do I know to buy or sell? Right? You don't know. Okay. So that's why when you set up your chart, you're going from the 930 candle all the way, this is US30, to the 932 candle. I'm not saying, oh, set your chart up from 51,800 $65 to $52,078, right? Or that wouldn't make sense because you might be trading on a different firm than me, and then you're using a different chart than me. Maybe I'm trading on a mini contract and I'm using a different chart because you're trading on a micro contract, right? So, yeah, you can't go off price, and that's why like these trade call groups is like I just think they're funny. It's because like how do you like is everyone trading on the same chart? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, you need to trade off price action and not off what the price is there. So hopefully that answers that question. Um, I should really put that in the course though, because I think that a lot of beginner traders they wouldn't know that. They would just think like, oh, the price is the same because it's the Nasdaq. But there's a whole bunch of different contracts, right? The Nasdaq micro contract, mini contract, full contract. Every exchange has a different chart, so prices are different on every chart. So it's pretty difficult there if you're just calling off price. What is the ticker for NAS? Yeah, so everything is in the course, guys. So for NAS, the ticker, as I said, it's over here. Okay, so this is the Nasdaq ticker that you trade with Tradeify. Okay, MNQ 1. Okay, that's the micro contract. Okay, everything's in the course, guys. If you're a VIP, you have to go through the course as well. You just can't show up here and then be like, oh, I'm going to trade. Okay, it won't work for you. Okay, so this guy here is giving a short. Are we going to make this our third trade? This guy here might give a long. So this is, I guess, pick one. Either go long or short with US30 or the Nasdaq. It's not giving us our entry just yet. We have to wait for a body open here because if we don't wait for a body, there's a high chance it's a liquidity sweep of this back here. This, I don't know what the heck this line is though. Wait a minute. Sorry guys. This is the line we need to watch. Why did I put? Oh, I put the line here to show this is where they're bringing price to. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay. Don't take a short in the Nasdaq because it's not giving us the model yet. Okay, this guy here might be my third trade I take, which might be a short. I have to wait and see. Okay. Um, which is kind of against our model, but you can see the liquidity is just so freaking low that it's like creepy crawling. So I might take a short from here. Let's look for fair value gaps. This is US30. So we got one way down here. Okay. So I'm going to jump in there in US30. US30. So I'm going to sell in US30 now. Okay. This is my target. Um, if I sell early, I sell early. I always tell you guys when I'm in and out, right? Okay. So now we're in profit. 40 bucks. Okay. And I recommend guys when you're first starting and you start trading on like proper lot sizes, like if you want to take 50 bucks profit, just take it. Right? You don't always have to be like, "Oh, I need to squeeze out $100 from each of my trades because I'm only getting 3 trades to follow your risk management rules." Here, we'll write this down. Sorry, I got to put the Hintakeyashi candles on here, put a trend line on it. There. And put this guy down here. Okay. So this is definitely not the model we normally do. Like normally we're waiting for a break of here and then we take a long. So we'll have to see. So now it's going against us and it's broken that trend line. So this might be a loser, guys. It's ranging here, sadly. So I might just get out at where I got in, depending on. Okay, so I could play this. I could get out at break even because my entry is like around here. They're announcing profit again. Or I could wait for a body to open above here, which if I do that, it might wick above. So I'm going to take a little itty bitty profits on that. So I took like $20 of profit. Yeah. on that little trade there. Just I don't like this, guys. It's going sideways. Okay, now this guy's giving us, man, it's just giving us it's giving us trades at the same time. So now I'm watching the NASDAQ trade, which that was my third trade. Uh okay, so for this NASDAQ trade, guys, if it gives us it, I'm gonna drop my lot size to one. So the because I'm only doing three trades. That's my trading risk management rules. And if you're the same, if you showed up and you've done three trades, guys, and you're still like, oh, I want to trade more, we have 10 minutes left here, right? So drop your lot size. Don't go in with your full, like if you're trading on three lots in the NASDAQ or whatever, or you're trading on 10 lots or five lots in US30. Um, for trade number four, five, six, whatever, if you want to keep on trading, go to one lot. Cause I'm telling you, if you're like me, that's when you're going to start to lose money. Like this, our first three trades, guys, first one was okay. I think I made like $100. The next two were really, really small. Uh, sorry, the second trade was a small profit. The third trade, I took like $20 a profit or something. So hardly anything. Pretty much got out at where I came in. Right. So yeah, drop your lot size if you're going to continue and just, understand, okay, today's just a profit day like yesterday, but it's a small one, you know? And if I add it up all together, I'm up $300, $400 or whatever over the last 2 days, which is not that bad. It's US. It's probably more than I'd make if I go to a day job because I have zero education. I'd be like, I don't know what the heck I would do. I was a DJ before I started trading, and you guys know I do marketing as well. But right now I'm not doing marketing just because there's like nothing out there that looks good to promote. Well, I guess I'm promoting the community here, this course and stuff. Okay, so it did end up giving us like our short opportunity. So this is the target here if you decided to stay in that trade. This guy is giving us the entry, so I'm going to drop to one lot on the NASDAQ. I'm going to take that trade. Okay, so I'm in with one lot on the NASDAQ. Okay, just for a fun trade. This is just a fun little trade. Here's our trend line. Okay, it's in profits. Like, let's see, I'll show you the guys. It's in $20 of profits. Little wee fun one. So I'll hold that for a bit. This guy's like, I'd get the hell out of that if you're in this trade there, and it's just pulled back a bit. So let's back out here and let's look at this on the 15-minute. Guys, this trade could be like a freaking banger. It could end up being a banger trade. Um, it's too bad it happened this late, but there's the our 15-minute chart take profit. Um, I don't want to push this one too much. Yeah, it's up $30 with that one lot, right? Get out of this trade here, guys. Don't stay in that. If you're in it, okay, it's going to range. It's going to go sideways, or it just could crash. Who knows? Okay, this guy here is fighting all this, so I'm going to take my 50% right now, which I can't because I'm in with one lot. But I'm just going to get out of that trade. It's fine for me. I feel it's going to come down here. Okay, but you can see it's struggling with this stuff back there. Okay, all those little wicks. Okay, so that's four trades, and we had four profits. We still have 6 minutes to go here, which I don't think we're going to get another trade in 6 minutes. There, and we'll see. No, I didn't do that bad today. Pretty good, considering. I just looked at my profits. And then I'm going to do another trade tonight. Here, so it's coming back up to our entry. Yeah, so you can see it's having troubles here. If we were to zoom in, man, I get tongue-tied when I do this in the morning. Yeah, so that's probably where it came down to. Boom. Let's see. Yeah, see it touch that, and then now it's going back up. Um, it's going to continue down though, guys. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys got out of that trade when I said, "Hey, I'm out of the trade." But yeah, I think overall, I think we are going to get at least down to here today. I think I really feel they're saving this like big crash for tomorrow. Was it in the Nasdaq or US30? Yeah, all this. I think they're saving this for tomorrow. Like maybe today we'll come down and take out these lows. We'll see. Or who knows? Maybe it'll just take off back up. Okay, let's look at gold and we'll see what's going on with gold. Go the 15-minute with gold. Oh, I want to look at the actual. Okay. So this is our trade setup from last night. It gave us a buy. So I took this trade here because I was awake because that was at 9 p.m. my time. Some of you guys took this because I had some people message me saying, "Oh my God, Drew, I just made $500. This is so amazing." So some people took that. And then I had one guy take this trade here, guys. He took that, he got in on this candle. Wait, no, this is the 15-minute chart. Anyways, the 1 minute chart, I have to go back too far. He got in on the break of the uh, green there, okay, green line. He got in there and he sold all the way up here, like held it all through London session basically, and he was pretty pumped about that. So let's get rid of all this stuff on the chart, and for the next 4 minutes, we'll look at gold here. Uh, it is dropping. You see this? There's a trend line there. So gold is on a trend line here. Don't pay attention to the 1 minute chart because you'd want to wait. We've got another like 3 minutes here, 2.5 minutes, and then the next 15-minute candle is going to open, guys. If that 15-minute candle opens down here, then we're probably going to come down and take out all this in gold, all the liquidity. Think of all the stop losses set down here, right? And it looks like it is. Okay, it looks like it is going to come down. So you could, because this is the 15-minute chart, so you could be trading shorts in gold um, there, and this would be your target is all the way down here. It's going to have a big problem breaking this level, I'd say from there. So you could take a short from here, pretty much where it is right now, all the way down, but wait a couple minutes here, guys. Wait 2 more minutes, which would be at the end of our session. That's why I'm showing you this right now. But this here could be a trade. Okay. Likely it's going to go um, up to the VWAP and then come down. Okay. But yeah, that's what I look at is from here to here. We'll have to look at this. So you've got a fair value gap there. You've got, yeah, so this makes sense for it to come back to the VWAP and then go down. So you got one there. You got one here. Okay. There's nothing through here. So maybe it goes to there. If it body opens above here with your Hintakeyashi candles. Okay. You got the VWAP and then you got this. And then if it comes back down here and you get a body open below here, it's going to likely go to here. Okay. It could, this is really, means nothing. It's a 1 minute chart, but there could be a little 1 minute trend line there that it comes to here and then goes back down. So there's a bunch of things you can watch for. That's why I'm saying, like, just wait till you get a body, does something, takes out some kind of liquidity, either that trend line I showed there, this fair value gap, this fair value gap, and then you get a body open again below that, this trend line. This line here, which looks like it's going straight because on the 1 minute chart, is this, right? Okay, so this is something, guys. 15-minute chart, that's a trend. Okay, or who knows? Maybe it just comes down. So maybe jump in with one lot when it comes back up to the trend line. It's all up to you what you want to do. If you took your 3 trades, guys, I would not take this trade. right? Just because of your risk management rules, you got to really stick to them. Like if you're anything like me, that's when you start losing money. And I talked about this yesterday. Was I noticed when I look at my trade history through my journal, if I take more than 3 trades within a session, okay, I start to lose money like crazy. Like I'm losing my profits I made. I'll lose my profits I made the day before. And it's just like stupid, right? But there's some people out there, they can do 20 trades within a session and they're fine with it. It's just, that's them, how they trade, right? Maybe you are one of those people. I don't know. Personally, myself, I take three and I'm like, I'm done, right? So yeah. So anyways, that's what gold looks like is we're going to go, this would be your entry from here to here. Who knows, maybe it does. If we get a body open below here, yeah, look, now it's trying to go for it. If we get a body open below these wicks, then it could. That's why I was saying around here, you could just get in with one lot, right? Because maybe it has started its little trend down, right? These are lower lows. Okay, anyways, we're at 10:30 now. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna look at the chat here one more time. So you made $68 today. In my trade, trading view, the recommendation tickers. Now I hover over the tickers. It shows, oh, delayed. Oh, okay. So if you're seeing delayed data, that basically means that you're either not hooked up to your firm account or you don't have a firm account. Um, and you're on the micro contract. Okay. The firm pays the broker for your data. Okay. So if you um, are hooked up to your uh, firm account and you see delayed data, message me and I'll try and figure it out for you. If I can't figure it out, you have to message the firm because something's not right. You made $98. That's good. So you guys are making money. That's good. Um, I made like, I think close to 200 so far. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys ever have questions, just message me. It's all cool. Okay, that's it. We'll end things here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. We got 15 people on the live. That's awesome. So I'll